Time now for the morning rush. We could soon find out if a man police say was involved in a deadly crash was driving drunk. Police now waiting on blood test results. APD says witnesses told investigators Joshua Applegate was driving erratically Wednesday night. He collided with another car. The driver of that car died on scene. Applegate is also waiting trial for a DWI that he was charged with in February. Kristen.
Next big weather maker crosses this state today. We've got some thunderstorms out across Northeast this morning. More of a rain-snow mix in our northern mountains today. And there is potential for some strong to severe storms out towards that eastern state line later this afternoon. Most of this does clear out once we get into the overnight hours. David?
That storm system is bringing more snow for New Mexico ski resorts. That could also help them stay open longer. Now, this video comes from Tahoe Ski Valley. You can see snow flickering across the screen. And you can also see in Red River coming up here. There it is. Snow coming down there as well. Then in Angel Fire, you can see fog as winter weather moves through that area. Of course, we will continue following storms all day long. Stay with News 13 for the latest on air, online, and on our KRQE weather app.
A new law requiring background checks on private gun sales goes into effect this summer. Ahead of that, Republicans are considering legal action after the Secretary of State rejected their petition to overturn that law. That petition to overturn the law and leave it up to voters. Secretary Maggie Toulouse Oliver argues people cannot petition against laws that provide for public safety. Boeing now taking steps to address concerns about its 737 MAX jetliner. The plane has been involved in a pair of deadly crashes that claimed 346 lives. Going forward, all 737 MAX models will include a system that warns pilots of a sensor malfunction. That system had previously been optional.
A foster parent arrested in an undercover sex sting is expected in court Monday to see if he will stay behind bars until trial. Reports say the foster child living in that home will not be removed. CYFD tells the Albuquerque Journal that Joshua Saavedra will not be living in the house. Saavedra is in jail, accused of agreeing to meet up in person with a person that he thought would be a child for sex. Today, burials and funerals for the victims of the New Zealand mosque shootings continue. Today's burials include the youngest victim, who was just 3 years old. Also today, the country remembered the 50 worshipers who were killed with 2 minutes of silence following the Muslim call to prayer. The memorial comes a day after a ban on weapons like those allegedly used by the shooter.
On to news, new at 6. The governor is down to about 2 weeks to decide on a bill that would let New Mexico State University open up a campus in Mexico. It would be built and operated by a group of private investors. The university says it will not spend any state funds on the campus. Also new news for you this morning, the UN Border Regions could soon consider a price hike for some students. A budget proposal calls for increases for upper level courses. According to the Journal, it would add up to $75 per semester for students with 15 hours of low-level courses and a $225 per semester increase for a student with 15 hours of advanced courses.
4 of the 5 suspects arrested at a compound in northern New Mexico could face the death penalty if prosecutors choose to pursue it. Those 4 are facing a charge of kidnapping resulting in death. This after the body of a 3-year-old boy was found buried on the compound property. Now, yesterday, all 5 of the Amalia compound suspects pleaded not guilty to terror charges in federal court.
Happening right now, Petition is urging Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham to veto a bill requiring early screenings for students with dyslexia. Officials with the New Mexico and Albuquerque Teachers Union worry that kids tested too early could be mislabeled. The petitions have garnered 248 signatures. The governor has until April 5th to act on this bill.
Happening now, Animal Welfare says that they hope a new program dealing with barking dogs will allow their officers to focus on other problems. The department says now when there's a complaint, they will send out a letter to the owner. The owner will then have 7 days to fix the barking. If the problem persists, Animal Welfare will pay a visit or even take the case to court. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index out of 4. We've got those breezy conditions out of the west between 10 to 20 miles per hour and still a spot storm possible. These will be isolated. Not everybody sees the rain and thunderstorm activity, but we still have temperatures climbing in the upper 50s today. Metro Threat Index lower for your weekend. Crystal.
Students at a Metro school are kicking off a new event, but they need the community's help to make it a success. Whittier Elementary is partnering with nonprofit Kindness Club International to paint murals around their campus. Starting on Saturday through next week, the community can come to the school during the day and help them paint.
Right now, the first steps in renovating the rail yards here in Albuquerque are in the works. The city is expecting a report from 3 consulting firms in the next couple of months. Now, the city hired the 3 firms, which are now in the process of looking at the site in detail. The city wants them to design a plan with several options. This is on how to best move forward in developing the rail yards.
This morning, you can help 2 New Mexico brothers print the first set of their children's book. It's called Under the Cottonwood, El Susto de la Curandera. The book, set in 1949 in Algodones, is about a fictional curandera who lives alone in the bosque. Find a link to donate at alwaysonkRQE.com.
Time now for a check on your Friday morning commute. Everything looks good out there. A lot of green on the map at this hour, and a live look outside shows the Big Eye Move got a posted speed as well.
New at 6, Cardi B's trademarked her famous catchphrase, "Okr." The Blast reports the New York rapper plans to put the phrase on paper goods, including cups and posters, signatures saying, which Cardi B says sounds like a cold pigeon. It will also be featured on an upcoming clothing line that includes paints, shirts, and hoodies.
Sounds like something. Yeah, I'm glad you had that reading up me.
Yeah, I had to practice that a few times.
We're taking you back 7 years ago on this day in 2012. Clayton recorded their earliest last freeze on record. The temperature didn't drop down to freezing again until October of that year. So that was on this day 7 years ago. We take you now to the 5 facts.
Number 5 here, 2 New Mexico brothers are asking for your help this morning getting their children's book onto bookshelves. The book is titled Under the Cottonwood, El Susto de la Curandera. The book is set in 1949 in Algodones and tells the tale of a fictional curandera who lives alone in the bosque. They hope the book will shed some light on New Mexico's culture.
At number 4, some UNM students may see an increase in the cost of their education. A committee budget proposal for the 2020 school year calls for increases in upper-level courses. Now, according to the Journal, it would add up to $75 more per semester for a student with 15 hours of low-level courses and a $225 semester increase for students with 15 hours of advanced courses. It still needs approval by the Board of Regents.
At number 3, strong to potentially severe thunderstorms possible near the eastern state line. Today, we've got snowfall continuing in the northern mountains in southern Colorado, San Juan's, Albuquerque, an isolated storm possible. Breezy conditions today with temperatures still a little cooler than average in the 50s. We get back to the 60s this weekend, 70s by early next week.
At number 2 this morning, police are awaiting blood test results to see if a man just arrested for DWI last month was possibly drunk again when he was involved in a deadly crash this week. According to APD, witnesses say Joshua Applegate was driving erratically Wednesday night. This was before the crash that killed the other driver. Applegate is already awaiting trial for a DWI case last month.
Number 1 now, Republicans not giving up and overturning a controversial gun law set to go into effect in just over 3 months. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham signed the bill requiring background checks on private gun sales. Gun supporters began a referendum petition to overturn it and to leave it up to the voters. However, Secretary of State Maggie Toulouse-Oliver says her office will not certify that petition, saying people cannot petition laws that provide for the preservation of the public peace, health, and safety. Now, Republican lawmakers say they'll hold a meeting, possibly hiring an attorney, and continue with the petitions.